Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland, King of Kings, your Lord and Master, so on. Here, a 1v1 on Holotny Fema Winter. Between these, we got here Kolmata, also known as Anders TC, fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, the 213th Rifle Division, holding the line proudly in service of the motherland. Versus in the west, we got Dezman, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland, the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking. And we're looking here at Spec Ops, Scavenge, and Luftwaffe infantry here versus Lend-Lease, Guard Motor, and Shock Rifle with triple infantry for Andres as well. I'm just going to call him Andres because at some point I'm just going to, mess up Kolmata. So I'm just going to stick with Andres because that's what I'm also known as. And, again, that's a lot easier to say. So we've got double focus to start here for Dezman. Noting, by the way, he's sandbagging up here just in case that Andres rushes this house or gets, in which case he's got a safe position to fight from. We got engineers heading southwards there for Andres and concentrating northwards. We've got barbed wire here trying to secure the compartment. There was any harassment, though it does mean Dezman will not immediately be getting any fuel. Andres there going for 3rd Conscript Squad, rolling out more infantry in service of the motherland, ready to defend proudly. With more infantry heading northwards for Dezman. Fult's Grenadier there moving ahead. The 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking was a division sort of initially composed of volunteers from the different Nordics nations, hence the name. Primarily, though, Danes and Norwegians, and even then they couldn't really fit it up. There were some issues basically during, I think it was 1942, that basically caused some larger drops in the recruits applying there. For example, in the case of the Danes, there's a case of recruits basically being sort of rushed off and to the Demyansk pocket and very quickly getting killed. That and initially, they were actually treated pretty poorly by the German instructors and trainers, which really didn't help either. So there were some issues there. And for the Norwegians, they primarily just wanted to fight, in Finland, so that didn't really work out there either. There's a little fun side note there. Later on, although we moved on to the 11th SS Panzergrenadier Division Nordland, which is actually a well-equipped Panzergrenadier division comparatively. We've got Sturmpanzers versus conscripts here. Triple Fulskers there for Dezman. Bit of pushing for the curve point, so both players going aggressively against the other one. We've got a 4th conscript there for Andres. Sturmpanzers moving up here behind the conscripts, opening up there with Sturmgewehrs. And a 4th Fulsker squad there for Dezman. So both players going very heavy on the infantry against each other. There's no sort of anything else, it's just raw infantry fighting here. All coming down to who maneuvers best and basically makes, best use of tactics. So we go for engineers opening up against the other country. They're also taking losses. Overall good position. He was able to get a drop on them out in the open. There's pretty much no cover there. And Andres never really made any cover compared against, for example, here, though he doesn't have any here, in fact, anywhere else. So, he of course could benefit from some more cover himself, but certainly Andres would certainly not be hurt by, laying down some cover at some particular important points there. They're trying to flank behind the Fulskers, but getting more troops moving in. There we go. Should probably rather these just across the road so they can quickly just get up close there, but decides not to. And there you go. Fulskers being pushed back finally. Bit of a slow engagement there. Could have been a bit faster up north here. Conscripts rushing straight into the Sturmpanzers. Not the best move. They're moving into the effective range of the Sturmpanzers, and that just means they get more damage done to you. There we go. Fulskers running to support here. Both forces here taking heavy losses, but with the arrival of the Fulskers, things are very much tipped in favour of Dezman and the 5th SS. They're standing about, reinforcing soon enough. But even then, a lot of the volunteers were moved on to like the 11th. There was still sort of a segment of Danes and Norwegians that sort of fought on the 5th. Also, initially, they also had the Finnish troops there, but they was basically retracted by Finland at some point and, just replaced with Germans. And it will just later become sort of more full-on German Panzer Division. So, little fun facts there, little fun facts. Fighting against the engineers here, engaging them up close and ugly. Getting some damage in there. Belgroup headquarters up there for Dezman. Slightly falling back here. We have no tech up or building up there for Andres. So he's gone for Guard Motor, it's only a bit of a while again, but it does seem to be slightly catching on. Those people realise, again, that's something else that also works, compared to just, going heavy on the penal troops into Lend-Lease or something like that. So nice to see that there, a bit again of variation and change. Of course, they're being overwhelmed here by Andres' forces pushing northwards. So, of course, at the same time, Dezman is not really sending a lot of his forces. He's actually pushing southwards now. So, at this point, they just basically sort of something to slow down Andres as he makes the bigger push here. Small chance of white piece. Small, but a bit too small. Battle Group Headquarters up there again. With a lot of infantry, it makes sense for Dezman to go for the Battle Group Headquarters. That way support his forces. Makes a lot of sense. Pulling back there. Bit of more harassment in the north here. Conscript engineers. Troops in reinforced. There we go. We got the first guard squad out there for Andres. Though he's a bit short on munitions, we won't get any upgrades. Assault rifles there being slowly handed out there to Dezman's Volksgrenadiere. Another sort of little fun fact about the Scandinavian volunteers. I mean, generally the Danes are actually the ones that sent in the most. They're not by an awful lot. The Norwegians were second. The Swedes barely sent in any. There's like, at one point, I think the 11th or maybe the 5th had like what they called the Swedish company, or maybe in a platoon. And even that wasn't a full platoon / company. But that was a little sort of fun note there. I think they were operating the reconnaissance battalion's Malta half-tracks, actually. Something like that. But it was... Actually, I think it's platoon because they call it the Swedenzug, or Swedish platoon. We got a flak half-track there for Dezman. There's going to go that to support infantry as well with some suppressor fire there. This is Andres' troops. Oh, turning way out there nicely. Holding up here. Bit of pressure across the map. Troops are enforcing. More assault rifles, I imagine. No, actually not more assault rifles. He's not even going for any upgrades for the Sturmpani, so he does have a bit of an issue standing about. Still no doctoral choice for Dezman either. I mean, he should have at this point seen the guardsmen, who have not been upgraded yet. That should definitely, I think, be a priority there for Andres to quickly get them upgraded with DP light machine guns, since that's really where the guardsmen begin to shine versus the Germans. The fascists. Sturm has those conscript engineers out in the open. And we got the flak half-track out there for Dezman. Flak half-track rolling back here, troops reinforcing healing. Medics on the way there for Andres. Flak half-track up the note bar, he's popping down the handbrake, so he does no silly business there. And folks there moving about as well. Flak half-track moving rapidly. There you go, Russian troops sent scurrying away there by the flak half-track. Quickly firing through the fence, well, to try and catch the engineers in this case. Close but not quite neat. There you go. Keep firing, but the fence in this case, well, this actually things just keeps hitting the ground there, which means, you know, none of the shots really hit through. It's a bit unfortunate there for Dezman's flak after, and the South Russian troops pushing through, going points here and there. I'm so surprised he hasn't further upgraded him his men. You'd figure he'd do that, but it seems like so far Dezman is holding a bit back there. He's holding a bit back, and there's still been no upgrades for the Guardsmen either. No DP light machine guns. Certainly a few curious choices there from both players. But there you go, at least some more assault rifles there being handed out to Dezman's troops. More engineers there for Andres. Will he finally be taking up? I mean, he's got reasonable food to sort of move ahead with. There's battling again Dezman's aggressive harassment. Quick integrate, pushing out into cover into the opening. That's definitely a pretty good engagement there for Dezman. And we can see that Andres rapidly retreats, realizing this course and battle is lost. There's no point in wasting manpower on that. And these countries, well, I can see what they want to do. They just no strength to do it. He bent off. Oh, he does have tripwire flame mines down there. That's good. Though a few more could do a lot. Could do a bit more flak after the defending fuel point and the calf point. But Kerner following up, he's clearly worried about Andres taking hit there for light vehicles. So far again, Andres, due to the fuel situation, but also just how he's played, has not really gone for it. So that actually gives Andres or Dezman more time to hit one, do what he wants to. Got the flak half tanking southwards there with its 2 centimeter flak cannon. Guards from there, and finally getting the DP light machine guns for them, though in this case it's going to be a bit late. The Sturmpans will be able to close in first, do some damage, and they're going to see just Andres rapid retreats in the face of such hardened German resistance. Got the flak half track moving up. Did you remember to push the handbrake, Ludwig? Stop asking me that. What are you? Mein Wife? Nein, gut, because I had her shot. Ha ha ha. Really? Yeah. How? You know. Party connections. You know why I had her shot? Because she kept asking me about your stupid handbrake, so shut up about it. Trot on the way there for Dezman. flamethrower attacks. They're trying to catch the forces. There's a bit of a counter ambush there. Up north, though, we can see now Dezman's taking pretty good control of the map here versus Andres. He's trying to get the takeover. They could consider, well, he actually got support from this. Got the max, and also help a bit. But he's going to need something a bit heavier to deal with a flat half track. It's either he's going to hope to just swarm it, which, I mean, the flat half track is, you know, funny enough, just really vulnerable to infantry swarms. Just if he gets it, you know, launched from several sides, the flat half track can't defend. He can't get away in time either. So some slight details there. Up north, forces moving in. The country moving up as well there. Mines there to prevent any direct rush towards the house there from the munitions point itself. And the flak after they're trying to slow down Andres' assault, but Andres just keeps unrelentingly pushing forwards. He can actually attack from several sides and just do a lot of damage, but over we can just see he's dispatching some forces to keep it occupied, but at the same time he's also just clearly, oh, bunning it up there. Nasty work there. Nasty work. For some reason those focusing all the fire not on the flak half track, but I cared enough. A bit of a missed opportunity I think there by Andres, but oh well. Still pushes it back there. We can see things are slightly collapsing for Dezman in the south, though again Northfoot he's still holding on strong. Well, Andres consider here the T-Sim light tank to that way pressure Dezman. Will he try and take a hit there and rush for the T-35? We got a field gun away there. This is 3. This is 3. So there are a lot of territory being secured. And for those wondering, well, where did most of the sort of Waffen-SS foreign volunteers come from? They actually came from Holland and Belgium. I think respectively 30,000 and 40,000 Waffen-SS members came from Holland and Belgium. I can't remember specifically when, but which one. But, you know, generally sort of a lot of them came from there as a little fun side note. And of course also several other units, for example, the Baltic nations sort of put together the Baltic Legions, which was, I think, roughly about 3 SS Waffen Grenadier divisions. That's another fun fact there. And the French also had their own sort of division. I think there's actually only a brigade, though. It fought pretty well, actually. It fought really well. Very fanatical bunch of Frenchmen. We got a second maximum away there for Andres. Maximum setting up here. We got Constance lightly falling back there, and well, again, it looks like he's planning straight on moving on for the T-35. They're a bit risky considering the fuel situation there. We got a Schwer Panzer quarters up here for Dezman to cover his fuel point. That doesn't actually quite do it fully. We got the flak happening that's sort of close off the screen there. We'll have to see how much that works out. There we go in the south here, another push here. Constance push back. Second maximum ready, but needs to counterattack to quickly gain that. And we got guys moving in from the north, attempting to move northwards further, but need to defend the cough on the resources there. So a lot of back and forth here between the two players as Andres desperately tries to push back Dezman. Dezman, of course, just trying to do as much damage as possible here and just gain as much as he can over his Marxist opponent. One hand grenade off there. Max was sort of trying to prevent them from moving beyond the house unless they want to get suppressed. Flak half attack falling back, actually leaving the fuel point there undefended. I mean, again, the Schwer Panzer quarters can't really cover it at all. I mean, unless he decides to stand right at the very edge, he's not going to be able to do anything. Fortunately, they're finally pushed back, leaving the cop on there. The only thing there, he actually went off the fuel point as well. Engineers at the ready. He can soon build the mechanized armor companier. Fortunately, they're flanking behind though. Nice work there by Dezman. Mine goes off, killing a few conscripts. Got like Kedner for creeping ahead. Light infantry gun there for Dezman to help deal with some of all of Andres' support weapons. The lightest infanterie shots. Flare trip mines there. 300 points left there for Andres. And fuel point and something harass needs to counterattack immediately for the motherland. Close to veterans won't get fuel points being hit. They're trying to sort of bait them into the maximum there. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. There we go. Veterans 1 gain fuel pioneer suppressed. Flak half attack back to defending there. Field gun has been pulled towards the center again, I think. Yes, indeed. And there you go. He actually didn't very successfully get back the fuel point there or defend it. So I mean, Dezman was able to cut it off again. That's something that Andres needs to be a bit careful with. I mean, he really is planning on tanks. He needs to be able to defend his fuel point better, or get up some fuel caches at the very least. Because I mean, he's going to be falling behind his opponent quite a bit with that kind of attitude. He's going to be falling behind quite a bit. So it is certainly something there to keep in mind. Here though, Maxim flying away there. Back to the wall as the cut-off fort has been wired off. Forcing right past the flag half straight there. In the south point secure the guardsman moving in. He's heading, focusing south, even as Dezman is launching a pretty aggressive assault into the north, and he's sending his field gun pretty much unattended. Also pretty risky there by Andres there, would say. But he's finally got the tech up done there. He could try and rush out a T-34 from 6 there versus Dezman. Of course, he might try and aim for the T-45. Dezman also finally choosing a doctrine. It is going to be Luftwaffe ground forces here, supporting the 5th SS with elements of a nearby Fallschirmjäger-Division. Also, fun fact, the Waffen-SS actually had their own penal troopers. Not penal troopers, but Fallschirmjägers, which were actually penal troopers. That's sort of the funny thing. In many cases, I think the SS Fallschirmjägers were actually generally made up, you know, troops that behaving very nicely, so they're sort of more slightly curious units. In some cases, they're sort of more spec ops units, but it's just, you know, penal units as well, I think. Bit of a weird situation. They didn't have full division, but sort of, you know, a few regiments here and there. Sort of a little fun fact. But there you go. Andres there going for the T-34-76. They were genuinely also not on the level of, you know, actual properly trained Fallschirmjäger. But then again, properly trained Fallschirmjäger was increasingly a rarity by the end of the war. There you go, Fletcher mine goes off, straight into the Maxim. Garsman here as well, pushed back. Van Hunt gone out of the lance there, and we got a push northwards again. He's sort of trying to push for both sides, which can work, but it's a bit risky. And he's basically leaving the centre there to Dezman. He's basically decided he doesn't want to fight too much over that, which can work, but it does mean he needs to defend this a bit better than he currently is. I mean, at the very least, mine some sandbags, so that way make it harder for Dezman to just rush it and secure it. We've got the flak half track in there covering there. T-34 almost down there for Andres. Conscripts need to push for the fuel point. Of course, he might just be expecting his opponent to be able to cover it, but he actually isn't, of course. That's a trait there. But we got a Panzer on the way there for Dezman and the 5th SS. We got the T-34 from 6 out there for Andres. Same support there for the 213th Rifle Division. And there you go, folks. They're almost wiped out with a single hit there from the T-34-26. Already low on help. There you go. Flak half track very rapidly pulling back. And Raketten for the spotted as well. Pretty bad news there for Dezman. Fallschirmjägers arriving there. Going to try and Panzerfaust right next to the Raketten. There you go. Quick retreating that one. Jürgen gets off the Panzerfaust. Nice shooting, Jürgen. Yeah. I just wish we could have damaged the engine. Yeah. I wish too. Fighting on the northern point, he's realising now the point is actually not very well defended. That could turn out some pressure there to Dezman. In fact, now we can all see here there, Andres, by not focusing too much in the centre, just, you know, consistently being up there, but again, could have defended this a bit better. Actually, been able to secure most of the map there compared to Dezman. There's been a bit, I think, too focused around here. So, I mean, in that regard, you know, Dezman there, Andres having a good idea of the map there, certainly is helping out all of a sudden. Again, he has been a bit weak on some elements, so we'll have to see if we can sort of really turn this around now versus Dezman. And of course, what Dezman will do in return. Dezman filling up there with the MD-34. Got the Panzer IV there arriving. With a Pintelmounted machine gun on the way there. Guardsmen constantly reinforcing, healing, receiving some needed support. And we got here, briefly looked like he was doing something, but quickly spotted here with the Panzer IV, and he falls back. Not willing to waste his men on that. Field gun, by the way, not really well set up. Expecting course all free, but again, if he moves up very quickly, the field gun will be in a very bad position versus the Panzer IV. And we can see that Andres now trying to set up better. T-34 will probably move up to support the field gun there versus the Panzer IV, but of course there's infantry by as well. There we go, penetrating hit there from the CIS-3. Again, we're going to get straight to the Maxim, and very quick retreats in the face of the Maxim. And we got another field gun there for Andres. Certainly again worried about all the German army, and again could have indicated he's really intent now on going for the T-45, thus trying to buy more time until he can then get it out there, so that way pressure the fascists. Max retreating there, the light infantry gun does provide, I think, a bit of a disincentive there for Andres to have been pretty obvious targets. There you go, Panzer Russian supported by the field gun. Risky assault there by Andres. He really wants to get that Panzer IV, at least push it back. We even got Mark vehicle there, so it's really just trying to dissuade Dezman from being around with this Panzer IV, not you can't destroy it. And that does seem working there. Push back the Panzer IV. It didn't quite destroy it, but even just pushing back there with heavy damage while then getting access to the north there could prove good there for Andres. Of course, long term, he wants that thing on fire. But now again, we can sort of see after the initial success, though, noting his south is now completely open, and Dezman here looks to be taking advantage of it. He's just flooding in, and the gates have opened. Marxists at the gates. Anyways, something there from the north. Field guns for Ketteneffers. Yeah, the Ketteneffers on it on the T-54. Maxims, Guardsmen, counter engineers. There a lot of support here. But there you go, quick bunched up there. Support units get hit by the incendiary grenade. Good work there. Flak half tax rear punted course up line coming. Father Ketteneffer pushed back though. Pushing ahead though, straight into the flak after they're pretty risky. T-54, they're heavily damaged, can't afford to push that one ahead there. Field gun wiped out there. So right here, but Anders was quick to sort of try and push ahead. He basically resulted in a traffic jam, which really cost him badly. Trying to avoid traffic jams. As you might have noticed, that was quite costly for him, quite costly, and really just removed most of the momentum because again it just made, you know, him very susceptible to, you know, again incendiary grenade, but also just the artillery, and really just cost him so much and pretty much just forced him to fall back already. So plus on top of that, he's hitting the cop and even stole a maximum away there from Andres. So good work there by Dezman, good work, and overall there Andres should have been a bit more cautious there. I mean, it's good he was sort of offensive, but even then there's a way you can, you know, push ahead without, you know, bunching up your men to the easy targets. Oh well. They can go for the T-35 there. Good. Need to get the T-34 from 6 fixed up. Also working on that. Got a machine gun there just covering the cuff point there. And the Foxmakers they're moving about, but the FT-42s, well, here equipped like their assault rifles, they weren't really. What you'd call probably close to be what a battle rifle is, which is basically an assault rifle with a heavy caliber round. Basically, it fires a full bolt-action rifle round, whereas an assault rifle fires a sort of more shortened version of the round. So it has overall a lot more power, but it's a bit harder to aim in some ways. But basically, it's meant more like, you know, support weapon. The light machine gun that could also work, you know, as an actual rifle. Meanwhile, so you know, again, a bit more practical for Fallschirmjägers. Fun fact is the Americans had something similar, which is called the Johnson light machine gun, was used by the Rangers. Thank heavens they didn't decide to give the Rangers the same treatment as that one. Imagine 5 Rangers there, all with those kinds of weapons. But there you go. I think in this case the Panzerfaust's a bit wasted. I mean, the T-54 wasn't sufficiently damaged, so it just ends up losing men and munitions on that. There you go now. Big push for the centre. He's basically shifted attention from the north to the centre. He's really preparing for it. You also got the T-35 there moving ahead. T-34, 76, they're blasting forwards first, trying to get past the MD-34 then just take it out there with its machine guns and main guns. There you go. House splinters in a storm of wood and snow. And Jürgen's biscuits. Mein biscuits! Scheiße! Verdammte Russen, I'll never forgive this. Never! Got the fields, we got the Panzerfaust around. A lot of trouble with the double field, so I need to get the T-34 out of there. And the T-34 is getting knocked out, but he's high likely actually losing the Panzerfaust with the field guns and the T-35 there. Pushing ahead with the T-35, and there you go. Panther 4 cooked up. But again, we can sort of see that Andres gets a bit excited, just charges in his units there, and his management skills goes a bit down the drain, rather costing him a lot there. And ultimately, I mean, he gets the Panther 4 because, well, the T-34 from 6 is a reasonable trade-off, I guess, for it, but still feels a bit wasteless, and they actually didn't make any ground. So, I mean, he still does have the armoured advantage now over. Dezman's have been pushed out. It won't be too bad there for Andres, but he needs to defend his fuel point a bit better and probably try and harass his opponent fuel a bit more. But oh wait, T-35, they're good to go. Those bits in the rear end, by the way, are fuel drums, which is a common thing done there to increase the range. If it didn't, you know, break down before that, because T-34s, even the 85s, did have issues with reliability, and many just broke down at some point. But you know, fuel drums there to increase range, which occasionally though could be used against it, since you know the gems would pick up on those, and if they weren't empty, you know, they'd be a pretty easy target for the gems to, you know, light on fire and then burn out the tank, which did happen occasionally. Church there barely standing, probably shouldn't be using that for anything. Troops reinforcing healing. Engineers rushed away. The T-35 there by being sort of the last version of the T-34, really. They were attempts at sort of adding bigger guns like a 100mm gun or 122mm gun. The thing is, though, both guns were just too big for it, and, well, weren't really easy to utilise inside the tank, so that was just scrapped. Little fun fact there as well. T5 then getting the Fultz Grenadiers out in the open. But again, losing his car 4 in there to Dezman. He really should do more to defend it. He really should do more to defend it. Again, mines, sandbags, things like that. Barracks on the machine gun, but his field gun's being rushed. He needs to get the T-55 down to sort of push away the fascists. Otherwise, I think Andres is going to be a bit of trouble. There you go, T-35 there on the move. Almost got the Sturm Pioneers. Taking a hit there from the Raketenwerfer. And the Sturm Pioneers will wipe. Bit of a loss there for Dezman and the 5th SS. Bit of a loss there. And there you go, kind of push back. We've got a big infantry push here from Andres, following up on the successful shot assault there of the T-35, splintering Dezman's front line like plywood. On the other hand, his folks were there about to get knocked out. Folks moving straight from the northern field point. Guys are moving out. They're very close to victory too. Also surprised he hasn't gone for more than, well, one. Also lost his second maxim there to Dezman, who's now got 3 machine guns versus Andres now 0. But he's going for a replacement there. T-55 also being fixed up. Flak half track. Well, he's still alive there for Dezman. He could also soon go for the Panther here. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. And there you go, he does go for it. With the T-34 from 6th Andres, he does not try to wait for another T-35 there. As the Panther, he might want that. Of course, he could also just want the 85 tank destroyer. And again, he's also got 2 field guns. But he needs to be a bit better to handle them. He does seem to struggle sort of making, I think, proper usage of his field guns, which starts to make it a bit easier for Dezman to sort of deal with them. We got the T-35 moving ahead here, threatening the Schwerpanzer quarters. Another spirited push there from Andres and the 213th Rifle Division. Panther, they're slowly getting ready there for Dezman. And the T-35 they're apparently deciding to reenact Swan Lake with tanks. Yuri, you are the White Swan. Stop it, Petrov. I'll have you reported to the Commissar. That is the last warning. Constant push back there by the Maxim. And a grenade there flushes out the guardsman as the house falls apart. And Farchmagus there, charging northwards, sneaks up the Maxim soon enough there. Could be otherwise, in fact, too late already though. And there you go. Ooh, he was about to pop the blend cover, was ultimately dissuaded from that due to severe Russian fire. T5 for their veteran 1, but there we go, we got the Panther out here for Dezman, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panzer. Pride of the Vaterland. They probably wants to keep the front towards the enemy at all times, just suggesting that. Certainly an interesting split up here. I mean, generally sort of rarely how Holotny Fama goes. Again, most players again to get focused in the centre, but Andres has been able to keep the fight a lot more interesting in part, but also just, better for him, but just, focusing on the sides and going for all the resources out to an extent, of course. He could have done better defending his own car, but I think that's really the biggest weakness there. But there you go, field guns. We got my vehicle on the Panther. The Panther needs to fall back. He's going for the Schwerpanzer Quarter as well. There we got more Sturm Pioneers for Dezman because he's got, well, nothing to repair his Panther with. T5 that opens up with its 85mm gun there against the Schwerpanzer Quarters. Doing a lot of damage there. Fulter's going for the Kaufmann again, which is once more undefended there by Andres. He's almost close again. He's almost close to losing the T-35 as well, but that would be pretty big there for him. He definitely wants that thing to, get as much efficiency as possible. We got Fulter flanking in. Akenmov's moving ahead as well there. Could risk losing the T-35. Need to pull back the 85 as well. Need to pull it back, Andres. Akenmov pushed back. This is actually really good where half check would be great for Andres. Again, he can sort of maintain such an aggressive posture and all his units there much better. But there you go, Fulter moving ahead. They're straight to the T-34. He actually moves away the 85 there, allowing it to be just knocked out, but the Panzerfaust of the Fulton ideas. Panther moves in there and gets the T-35 there. Cooks up both of Andres' tanks in a matter of moments. I think he should have been faster to pull them out of there once they got heavily damaged. In this case, Andres, I think, Got a bit too greedy with his tank, trying to maintain them around the front. Now, got a few wipes there. Still losing both of his tanks to that, and you know his opponent's still having a Panther. I think it's not good. Okay, no wipe here by the Panther. It's now actually threatening the retreat of his forces, and that is actually pretty bad there for Anders. That is pretty bad. The Panther's sort of hanging about there. Now the T-3476 there for Andres. Looks like he's given up on the T-3045s and certainly hasn't bothered with the SU-5. But bottom there, the machine gun. Almost wiping there the Maxim crew. And there we go, wipe. Panther though going in there. Pretty risky there, pretty risky. Been straight between the two field guns with contact nearby with anti-tank grenades. We've got a flak after support. There you go. Got one of the field guns. That actually needs only one field gun. Now we got the flak after support as well. The suppression of the conscripts, making it harder for them to support the field gun. There you go though. T-34 moving straight here for the flak half track. Close of HE2. Pop, smoke. Fountain makers nearby. Almost got the field gun there. Almost. Machine gun. She's tearing into the exposed crew. Gun shield does nothing if the Panther's not on the right side of it. He needs to be careful there with the Panther's not getting sandwiched between the T-3476 and the field gun. Oh, gets right past the gun before it's able to fire. T-34 needs to get away before the Panther knocks it out, and almost got, there we go, got the field gun number 2. An aggressive push there by Andres ultimately got punished by a really good flank through the compartment here by Dezman. Again, note, he didn't charge straight into the line. He actually outmaneuvered, tried to hit the softer spots. That was a really good counter move there by Dezman. Really good counter move. A lot of players just charged the Panther straight into the field guns and gotten annihilated. But again, he actually pushed out through the sides and sort of looked for weak spots, sending infantry on. There's actually a pretty well executed there by Dezman, completely undermining an otherwise strong attack there by Andres. But again, it was a really extended the sort of sword with weak flanks and just weak map control the rest of the places. So Dezman is now very rapidly punishing Anders for this. And again, had this worked out, that could have been GG there. That could have been GG in favour of Anders. But because again Dezman countered it in the correct manner, it really left Anders in a weak spot. I mean, still got a tank obviously, but so does Dezman, and Dezman's tank is better. 11 kills already, close to 21. Bit damaged obviously, but the Sturm Pioneers can fix that up.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Still an interesting fight here so far. Definitely not how your usual Holodeck Hammer fight plays out, because again most of the time it's just sort of mostly around here, maybe a bit here, maybe a bit here. But again, it's not like any sort of big moves that just consist around there, again avoiding most of the center there. So some really nice moves there. But again, Andres needs to be more careful with his flanks in the future. And he's just now flooding out more T-3476s. The T-35 dream is dead, it would seem here for Andres. As he just tried to get as many tanks onto the field to that way pressure Dezman and the 5th SS. Almost got a full support there, but didn't quite land the final hit. Got Dezman's Panther almost ready to go. Trees being locked around like they're made of, I don't know, foam. Contact got wiped, bit of a loss there for Andres. Close to losing another Maxim there. Ooh, very close. Using the T-50 to secure points there, good work by Andres. Bit of an overlooked ability there, but we can see Andres is quick to do so. And the second T-54 picks up. We got 50 points left for Andres. Looking pretty rough there, looking pretty rough. Panther just waiting for something to do there. I was reasonably sure there were no Panthers in Panzergau or Dunkelgau, since that order was definitely rescinded at that point. But late 1945 or late 1944 would have been Dunkelgrün, actually dark green, and by sort of early 1944 would have been dark yellow like this one, or Dunkelgelb. Little fun fact there. Dunkelgau, I think it was actually applied to the Panther, to be honest. Oh wait, Panther moving ahead there. Taking fire and getting some hits. They get to T for the wall, knocking up. But he does quickly fall back. In this case, he's not willing to extend. Doing that when there's other anti-tank elements away there. So I think that's a simple decision there by Dezman, not risking his Panther there. Some players would just toss it away at this point, but obviously Dezman is clearly a notch above those players. Second team for the wing, going to try and here flank the Panther. An aggressive move here. Could perhaps work out. There we go. Doesn't have that many simple people, which I think is sort of really the prerequisite of really sort of just taking on the Panther like that. But he Pushes away back a bit. It almost gets the MD-34 there. Collapses the house behind it. Before squirreling away his T-34 there for repairs. Far to make a snap, but the Sis-3's armor piercing round. And we got a Kenner from more on the way there for Dezman, plus tech for the Mechanized Regiment. You might be planning for a King Tiger. At this stage, you're just planning for repair pioneers. It's hard to say there, but at this stage, not as necessarily all bad. I mean, he's got a Panther. He's actually keeping it alive. He's playing it sensibly. So, I mean, he could maybe make a King Tiger work here. Then again, it might not even be necessary. I mean, he might have just be better off pushing for a Panther 4, then regaining all the victory points and bleeding out Anders. So now you got a King Tiger just, unnecessarily extend the fight, if that is what he's planning for. I mean, it could just be the Mechanized Regiment simply for the repair pioneers, so he doesn't have, to manage so much that when it comes to just getting the Panther fixed. I mean, that is an option. Got the Schwerer there, Max Schlepper out there. Flat calf track next to be repaired. Panther's heading out again for the fatherland. The Panther, of course, also having notable reliability issues, in particular the first early models had them. But overall, throughout the entire lifetime, even with the Model G, which was the last sort of real model, the Panther never really sort of, got over those sort of issues. And generally, there were many cases of just them breaking down a lot. So that's a little thing that came out about the Panther as well. I mean, the T-34 style, but of course, the Panther's more known for it. But, I'm not trying to hide that one, though. And again, the T-34 being unreliable is generally not something here much about at all. Again, it's just made out as this kind of like wondrous machine, when in reality it had a lot of issues. We got more T-34s there for Andres. Panther then moving ahead, firing with this high velocity gun. 5 minutes on the 5 there. Not once allowed the Panther to only focus at armor. Now you got the cannons from the T-34s from 6s. Several rockets to impact. There you go. Panther lands a good hot there. Hit there, knocking out the main gun. Abandoned and knocked out there by the Kidnappers. Panther there, 14 kills. Field gun kept them moving about there. Garton covering it up nicely. Noting how he has Merch conscious with it. Certainly seems like more players are slightly catching on to Merch as an actual, viable thing to do. In the south, we got troops pushing through there. Maximal's being knocked out here by the flat calf track. Now Veteran G2. And there you go, wow. At the same time, up north here, bigger battle there. Anders once more really pushes through there. He's really determined to get through there. He's really determined. Once more, Dezman's a bit on the defense here versus Anders. You could try an airborne assault at some point. He's got plenty of munitions. I mean, a well-executed one could actually, catch Anders there completely off guard. 37 or 402. He's sending the Panther down to deal with the more isolated T-34. It's actually a good decision. They're prioritising. He's got plenty of victory points. So rather trying to just win small engagement that way, pressuring Andres, rather you're trying to just, a hero of that I can just push through here and just destroy it, but again risking how much higher losses. So the T-34 is very quick to get out of there. It looks like Andres is very quick to figure out he might actually expose his T-34 there to a Panzer hit. That's a very sharp move there by Anders. Troops from straight to mines here. Further pressure into machine guns and whatnot. Actually exposing them into a lot of needless fire, losing by Kednev's engineers here. That's actually pretty not well done there by Anders. Might be too much to manage there. Machine gun wipe. We got the Panther to probably deal with the T-34 there. Yep, field gun wing at T-34 there. We can sort of see some rather close maneuvers here. A lot more content there being sent out by Anders. Dezman's flooding resources. Particular munitions. There you go. We got an airborne assault in. And he's calling in the northern victory point. He's pulling a fast one there on Anders as he's focusing everything on the centre victory point. He's launching a Luftwaffe assault here on the north. Sneaky play there by Dezman. Sneaky play then keeping away from getting the centre one as well there. Very nice move there by Dezman. Very nice move. Kednef wiped out again. Almost got a guard squad. In fact, he's again only guard squad there. T-54 rushing forwards. Northern point around the neutral. Got the centre one. Got full coming ahead of Panther. Also the T-54. Needs to get the Panther in there to support. Mark Schneider could actually try and flank, you know, attack from here, get behind. I think that'd be the best move there for him. You could even infiltrate fighter makers from one of the sheds nearby to that way support the Panther as well. They said just attack through here. Like, even that could be a half decent flank using the trains to break through there, attacking from where Andres' field guns are not prepared. 15 points left. Shot bounce off the Panther's frontal armour. T-54 being self-repaired. 12 points left. Field gun firing. Germany can get support the Panther now. 10 points left. He's aiming for the southern one. Hits a mine. Gets wiped. Rushing for the centre one here. Tanks being dispatched northward, secure it, but can you have? We've got troops happy to defend there. Actually, one thing you've done here with the fights with the more veteran, they could have popped hit, then blend curve at the point to prevent them from. Oh, you know what, with the field gun, but there you go. Renders a neutral, and with that, GG. Game over. And there you go, game over. Victory for Dezman. Hard fought. Some heavy fighting there from Andres. Again, good play there again. Not just getting obsessed about one point, but actually tagging for several times. They could have perhaps launched more attack from the south, maybe, against Dezman there, but also decent play. There's some issues with unit preservation sometimes, again, the way you attack there, rather just make everything get bunched up. He also wasn't very good defending his car on. He'd been better there. I think it all just gotten more T-35s out there sooner, maybe some AC-5s. There's some improvements there for Andres as well, plus more mines in there could think also benefit him. Dezman, though, handled as well. Some good flanks in there, some good attacks, some good sneaky moves there against his opponent. Certainly nice to see some, well, airborne assaults overall. Also nice handling the Panther. I think a lot of players would basically screw that one up there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comments section. If you like what I do consider sending in, donating or pledging on Patreon. Links are in the video description. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.